Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
I'm Jordan.
We've got possibly our last bit of grow up here.
This might be my favorite outfit just because I like the floatingness. It's awesome.
Also, the glider is kind of a magic carpet sort of deal. Wow, this thing is fast. Holy cow.
Is that because you're the genie that it's faster?
I think it is. Like, that's specifically a feature that it points out about the genie suit. Cool, I beat the challenge. Okay, but now I need to go back up. Which this part would have been much easier to do as the astronaut.
Yeah, really.
Well, at least the jetpack is still powerful enough to get me up a little bit.
Keep climbing.
Well, if I'm not, like, brushing up against any obstacles. Wonder what the fastest climbing method is in the game. Like,
Yeah.
actual physical climbing with your hands.
Or in real life. No, I'm kidding.
Like, if I change hands back and forth really quickly, do I climb faster?
I don't know.
But then I guess maybe you run the risk of, well, one little miss, and then who knows what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So I basically need to go just about straight up for the last ship part.
Right up.
I'm like, what is the best way to do that? I mean, I guess if I found something to climb onto, I could just, you know, use the jetpack, climb a little bit, let the, you know, jetpack refresh, and then
Yeah.
use the jetpack some more, climb a little more. Okay, that didn't seem to really work very well. This is where having the jetpack on the glider would be extremely helpful.
Yes. Definitely. You're so high up. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what the best approach for this is right now. I don't want to just be like, well, I guess I'll just ignore that last ship part for now and get some crystals to make it easier. Although, is that a crystal down there that I see?
Possibly.
Yep. Is this like right where I just was? Sure looks a lot like it.
Yeah, it really does look a lot like it.
And there's a bit of swirly air stuff here. Whee! But, yeah, I don't think that's actually going to get me up any higher than... Oh, you know what? I think maybe the thing that's actually special about the genie is that the air brake causes no loss of altitude. The others, you, like, kind of slowly lose height, little by little.
Interesting. That's huge.
Yeah, I could actually maybe you know, really take advantage of that to get myself up. Because if I can go straight from that, oh, well, maybe I am losing a little. Never mind. Definitely.
What if you move? If you go forward?
Oh, maybe it's only when I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. Crud. No. I want
Moving, you're fine.
to get the crystal here. Okay, I'm like, I know it's somewhere. Kind of near here. There it is. I gotta go left. Alright, 2 more and I power up the jetpack type stuff. But again, that's not, like, actually my main focus or anything.
Yeah. Your main focus is Mom.
Alright, so let's see if I just do this. No, I do not continue gaining elevation. Dang it. Alright. Might just have to try using some telerouters to get myself up higher like that. Might even have to try just launching myself off of the moon.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Is that a crystal over there, I see? Hanging down from the bottom of this floating island, or whatever you wish to call it.
Thing.
I don't know why my voice got like that when saying this. But...
This is your real accent. You're just putting on the American accent for fun.
I don't know, people with non-American accents seem to become popular amongst Americans a whole lot easier sometimes.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder.
Yeah, there is something about British or Australian accents that everybody like perks up and listens to a little more. I don't know. I'm not sure why.
Oh hey, I've got 3 battery units now.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we could, I don't know, if you want, we could do the passage of the day. Seems like a good time.
Sure.
This one is kind of interesting. I may have talked about it semi-recently. I hope it wasn't in this playthrough or touched upon it. I feel like it's been a while, but you'll see, and then, yeah, we can discuss and ponder. All right. This is, once again, Mark 9. Yeah, Mark 9, 38 through 41. And it says, "Teacher," said John, "we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we told him to stop, because he was not one of us." "Do not stop him," Jesus said, "for no one who does a miracle in my name can in the next moment say anything bad about me. For whoever is not against us is for us. Truly I tell you, anyone who gives you a cup of water in my name because you belong to the Messiah will certainly not lose their reward." This is very interesting for multiple reasons because I think you have a lot of Christians these days pointing the finger and saying, hey, you're not a real Christian, or you, like, you know, you interpret this wrong, and you're wrong about this, and you're wrong about that, and so how could you be a true Christian, and or you support this issue, or, you know, some political issues get very, very heated, and so, yeah, I've heard that a lot, at least, where it's like, how can you be a Christian if you believe X, Y, Z? But as Jesus says, anyone who is not against us is for us, which is like the opposite of the if you're not for me, you're against me type language, or how does it go? Yeah, if you're not with us, you're against us. It's like the kind of the opposite of that. If you're not against us, then you are for us. Yeah, there's definitely like denominations that I disagree with a lot. And it is hard to like, I question the focus of some churches, and I do question their interpretations of things, and like some churches, the focus doesn't seem to be Jesus, it seems to be other things, and so you know, technically those churches are not against us. My question is, are they guiding people to Jesus? I suppose the answer is yes. I mean, if it's a Christian church and they're getting people in the door and telling people about the gospel and Jesus, then I guess that is true. But I wonder if you are also, what's the word I'm looking for? Enabling sin, or even encouraging sin in some cases. They're still Christians, of course. I'm not saying that. It's just like, is it damaging to Christians? Or let's say you have like a very hypocritical, you know, leader who leads a church and like obviously says a bunch of stuff and doesn't live the life and is giving a bad name to Christians. Is that guy... That's where the definition gets kind of weird. Is he against us because he's giving a bad name to Christians? I don't know. Not directly, but if he's giving Christians a bad name and pushing people away from Christianity, then sort of he is against us. You know, because I always say, like, if people look at a Christian who's living a hypocritical lifestyle and they say, well, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a Christian because that's the way they see Christians. In a way, I guess that is against us, though not directly, and maybe not intentionally. I don't know. It's a... Here's another example. Okay, my friend, who I have talked about before on the show, he's church hurt, right? His parents are very holier than thou, and like anything you do that's lower, seen as lower, you will be shamed for. Now their church has gotten very political in the sense that it almost seems like the pastor's trying to be like a far right-wing podcaster. Like, you know... Why am I not surprised? Like, says all this political stuff that doesn't really have much to do with Christianity, and it's like, you know, like, he sent me stuff before from his sermon, and I'm like, that is kind of anti-Christian, but it is a Christian church, and like, you know, they are Christians. Like, they believe Jesus is their Savior, their Lord and Savior, and that's it. That's the definition of a Christian. So they are Christians, but those viewpoints and that, like, and by the way, I'm conservative leaning, but that guy is extreme, and all the people that go to his church and listen to him, they're extreme, and like, is that against Christianity if he's spreading like kind of anti-Christian viewpoints? I mean, I would argue kind of yes, he is kind of against the image of Christians and might push potential other Christians away. I don't know. It's such a. I know it was like a short passage, but it just makes me think so much about all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little messy.
I mean, maybe there's. Maybe the context of the situation actually matters a lot.
Yeah.
For the point Jesus is making. Because, I mean, if someone's really able to cast out demons in Jesus' name, like, do you think they would really be that far removed from him that they would be doing things like that?
That's
like,
a good point. Yeah.
I think in this case, for the disciples, it was really more of a, hey, this guy isn't in our group.
Yeah,
so we stopped him.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
But, like, just like other passages mention, you know, there's no Jew or Gentile, slave or free, those kinds of things. It's like, there is no... Christianity is not a clique. It's not a country club. Yeah. This is not, like, a matter of the ins versus the outs that we should be concerned with. It's just, all right, well, do they proclaim Jesus and live like, or at least put in effort to try to live like him?
Yeah.
So
I wish I could find some of the stuff that pastor was saying, just so, like, I'm not, so people aren't, like, basically so people know what I'm talking about, but I don't think I saved any of it. I can't remember the specifics.
Yeah, I forget. Did we discuss at all the whole, like, the fact that there's recently been some right-leaning, conservative, proclaimed Christians at least, who, like, call empathy a sin? And
wow, no, I have not heard about this.
Yeah, there's literally a phrase going around in conservative, I will air quote, Christian circles, and they literally will use the phrase, the sin of empathy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, okay, so that's a good case of, like, this is where it gets really complicated, because, like, you could be a Christian and truly believe that, but you're giving Christians a bad name, and you are actively pushing away people from Christianity. So it's like, are they against us or are they for us? It's tough. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know.
And, you know, maybe that's not necessarily for us to decide or judge or anything like that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's some biblical truth to that whole idea as well.
Yeah.
But also, like, be wary of them.
Yeah. And that, by the way, that's the kind of stuff that pastor was saying, like, just crazy, unhinged, you know. I'm okay with, like, conservatives and even maybe like more conservative than is usually people think of. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I feel like it's common sense. But stuff like that, I mean, obviously, it's clearly anti-biblical. Like, there's no question that... I really wish I could remember the example my friend just gave me. Or just simple stuff like love your enemies.
Yeah. It definitely shouldn't be, like they deserved some harsh treatment or whatever because of XYZ or anything like that. That should not come from a Christian.
When Christians, and I have heard this recently, when Christians start using the phrase deserved, I get immediately like red flags start going up in my head, and it's like, we don't know what anyone deserves. And I don't believe that, like, maybe after saying I'm conservative leaning, this is going to rub conservatives the wrong way. But I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't think we have a right to decide who lives and dies. And, like, there's always a choice to be made for not killing someone. I'm also not like a pacifist, but like in non-war situations, there's always a better way. If you're in a war, obviously it's different. But like,
yeah,
if you're talking about someone who you think is saying dangerous things, you don't get to decide if they live or die. If you're talking about being a police officer on the street and you're chasing a criminal or whatever, if your life is not in danger or they're not endangering someone else's life, then sorry, I draw the line there. You don't get to decide who lives and dies. Obviously if there's a clear and present danger, then you have to protect yourself and others. But I guess that's where it gets a little complicated. But like I said, I've heard conservatives recently saying like if like justifying situations where the criminal's running away and not a danger, and like police should be able to shoot and kill them. Like, no, sorry, no, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. But, I mean, like we talked about with one of the sort of parables recently, the takeaway there was, if you're not willing to forgive other people for the things that they do wrong and you don't show mercy towards them, why would you expect God to be merciful towards you?
Exactly. Or another situation, if you see someone break into your car and is going to start driving away with it, that's another situation where I would say, no, you do not have the right to shoot and kill them. But there are many people out there who would say, yes, you do.
Like, even law enforcement in particular, it is not their job to execute people on sight. Even if they know that they are criminals, their job is to get them to a place that can, in the right way, determine the judgment, the punishment, and do all of that, in a court of law, so that it's not just... So that all the relevant information is, at least hopefully, presented and accounted for.
Right. Yeah. I hope I made some sense. I did a lot of talking, and I hope, I'm not misconstruing my actual beliefs somehow, but I feel like I explained myself.
Yeah, so I forget if that was like if that message was supposed to kind of be the end thing here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it like didn't exactly roll credits or anything to make it look like the game was over, but at the same time, like the main thing is definitely complete. So, unless it literally waits for you to collect everything before rolling the credits, yeah, I don't know. I think that pretty much does it.
Well, congratulations, you beat it! Woo!
Yeah.
Very interesting game. I like it. I like how high you can get. Like, you know, you can zoom out and see so much stuff. It's really cool.
We fixed Mom. Honestly, I was really kind of hoping that message on the screen up here would, like, show up again. Oh, maybe? Okay, there we go. Mission update. Scanning planet. Yeah. So I guess this just kind of gives you another way to see your progress.
Okay.
I don't know why it feels the need to show that. Anyway, planetary exploration. Yeah, so the exploration, it says, is incomplete. But
That's a lot of crystals.
yeah, and it would take quite a while to do all that. Like, we grew all the star plants, we got all the ship parts.
Yeah. That's the main focus.
Yeah. Actually, had a different final message for us there at the end. It just said, you're doing very well, rather than, you know, hey, once you finish, maybe we could do some more tic-tac-toe.
I was too busy yapping. I missed it.
Okay. Now, if anybody out there watching, like, really wants us to get all the crystals and do all the other stuff because it, like, you know, shows a true ending or something like that, maybe then we could consider it. But otherwise, we're not going to keep you here hunting for all the crystals and doing little things like that.
Yeah. I think it's fair enough. It's like, kind of like Spore, how I would just, like, showed off each piece of the game, and then I was like, okay, you get it. Because Spore, you can pretty much play forever.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our playthrough of Grow Up.
Yes.
Feel free to let us know if you've got any other game recommendations.
Yeah.
Or Bible passage recommendations. Or guest recommendations.
Oh,
anything
yeah,
anything you want us to know. Leave it down in the comment section. We might ignore it if it's not a nice thing, but but you can still leave it down there. We're
yeah, or if you have thoughts on the whole discussion, let us know. Like Matt said, if it's inflammatory, we probably won't respond, but anything else, I'm very interested to know your thoughts.
And you'll just have to wait and see what we whip up for next time around.
Yeah.
Subscribe so you don't miss it.
Yep.
And hopefully we will see you soon. Yeah. Anything else we should let them know about before we wrap this up, Jordan?
We got shorts coming out all the time, so if you like those, keep an eye
Yeah.
out for those too.
Most of the days that we don't have like a main video release, there's a short.
Yep. That's it.
All right. Yeah. I suppose until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.